Imagine you're taking part in a simple psychological experiment, a choice that reveals how our minds really work. Participants were asked to pick one of two containers and draw a ball at random. Red balls meant a win, white ones meant a loss. The first container held 10 balls, one of them red. The second contained 100 balls, with 8 of them red. Take a moment and think, which one would you choose? If you look closely, the chance of winning in the first case is 10%, and in the second, 8%. It seems like an obvious choice, yet 30 to 40% of participants choose the second container, the one with the lower chance of winning. Why? This is just one experiment among many, but all of them consistently prove the same fact. Humans are prone to superficial data processing. It is precisely because of this inaccuracy of our imagination that the very word lottery excites us so much. For centuries, the lottery business has continued to thrive, rewarding people around the world with pleasant fantasies and unfulfilled dreams. But this video is not about the lottery, as you might think. We'll look at the paradox of how we perceive rare events, specifically why real probability often feels insignificant to us, and why it is replaced by the mere possibility of an event. This paradox can be explained in just one sentence. The speed, vividness, and ease of our imagination influence our decisions more than rational calculations of actual probability. Humans tend to process information superficially. This phenomenon is known as denominator neglect. The first thing we notice when we look at these containers is the number of winning balls. Our subconscious tries to choose the option that feels better, while ignoring the actual data. That's why it takes mental effort and focused attention to arrive at a rational decision. This phenomenon helps explain why different ways of presenting information about risks and probabilities can have such dramatically different effects on us. For example, if you say that the chance of winning a big prize is 0.001%, it doesn't sound very impressive. But if you say that one person out of 100,000 wins a huge prize, the perception completely changes. The second description grabs our attention much more, even though both express the exact same probability. In our mind, an image of a winner immediately appears, while the remaining 99,999 losing tickets no longer seem important. The fact is, rare events influence us much more strongly when they are presented in the form of relative frequency, that is, in the format how many out of how many. Abstract terms like chance, percent, or probability activate rational thinking, while phrases like 1 out of 10,000 speak directly to the imagination. The scale and danger of this effect were demonstrated in an experiment conducted at a Japanese research institute. Participants were told about 2 diseases. The first killed 1,286 out of 10,000 people. The second killed 24.14% of the population. Most participants considered the first disease more dangerous, even though the risk of death in the second case was almost twice as high. A similar mistake occurred when the data were presented differently, a disease killing 1,286 out of 10,000 and another killing 24.4 out of 100. Once again, the first one seemed scarier to most people. It turned out that a simple form like 1 out of or 1,286 out of 10,000 bypasses our rational filters and triggers vivid imagery in the subconscious, while abstract concepts such as percentages and probabilities remain too cold and impersonal for the brain to fully grasp. And coming back to the lottery once again, it becomes clearer why this business continues to thrive. All the advertising and marketing behind it are designed to create a vivid image of victory, to make the idea of winning feel real and attainable. So how can you resist it? It's simple. Next time you see a lottery ad, try to look at it more rationally. Don't think of it as a 1 in 57 chance to win, but rather as a 98.26% chance to lose. By the way, depending on the type of lottery, the jackpot is usually won by 1 in 14 million, 1 in 23 million, or even 1 in 85 million. For example, in the first case, your chance not to win the main prize speaks for itself. You can try converting these numbers into loss percentages and see for yourself the real odds of winning and losing. To make sure you don't miss new videos, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. There's plenty of useful and interesting content ahead. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.